Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me again. In this video I will show you how to make a inner gift box for this cracker over here. If you haven't seen the video on how I've made this one, I will link it in the description below for you. So for inner box you will need 2 sheets A4 size paper. You will cut one of those down to 11 3/4 by 6.5 inches. So you basically leave the length of your A4 sheet as is and just cut it down in width 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches by 11 3/4. So the length of your A4 sheet. Your second piece you will need to cut down to 10 3/4 inches by 6.5 inches, and we're gonna start working with this one. So this one measures 10 3/4 inches by 6.5 inches. You will need your scoreboard. I will take mine and let's do some scoring. This piece you want to place your 6.5 inch side on the top first, and on your 6.5 inch side you are going to score at 3 inches and 6 inches. You are then going to rotate your paper, your piece of paper, so that 10 3/4 inch side is on your top, and then you are going to score 10 3/4 inch side at 3 inches and 7 3/4 inches, like so. This is what you're gonna end up with. Then take your next piece that is measuring 11 3/4 inches by 6.5 inches. Place your 6.5 inch side at the top of your scoreboard and score at 3 inches and 6 inches. Rotate your cardstock, and on 11 3/4 inch side you are going to score at 1/2 inch, 3.5 inches, 8.25 inches, and 11.25 inches, like so. This is your large piece. Now you can put your scoreboard away. And now we are going to work with the smallest piece first. So this one is your 10 3/4 by 6.5 inches. What you want to do is take your scissors. I'm taking my small ones. Then you're gonna need a cutting mat. You are going to also need a knife, craft knife. If you don't have craft knife or cutting mat, you can also do it with your scissors. So this is our 10 3/4 inch by 6.5 inch piece. You want your 1/2 inch score line on the bottom, and then we are going to take the middle section cut the middle section. Hopefully you can see all those score lines. I hope you can. I can't see anything. Hopefully you can. So slightly at an angle up to the score line, and we are going to cut it off. Now it is up to you whether you're gonna use your craft knife and ruler for this. You can use your scissors. So I'm leaving the middle section and I'm cutting off side bits. So this one, and probably gonna be better for you to see what I'm doing if I'm gonna rotate them out. Okay, and this one. Like so. These are going in a bin. Next, we want to get rid of these two squares. So cut them out completely. And I'm using my craft knife again. And you want to cut your score lines off. You don't want your score lines. So you cut your score lines off like so. And this bit as well. And like so. As you can see, I've got a little bit of score line left in there, so I will go and make it neater. So just cut a little bit more into it, like so. Okay. And this is what we ended up with. Now you want to make these two flaps. You want to cut tiny bit at an angle over here. So we're gonna miter the flaps. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing in here. Going to cut this bit and this bit. You don't want to cut out too much. So if I will show you, it's about 1/4 of an inch. And we are going to do the same to the other side. Like so. And like so. So our mitering is done. First piece. Now go ahead and fold and burnish all your score lines so that it's all prepped for next step. We've got a piece like this. Now we are taking our next piece, which is 11 3/4 by 6 1/2. With this piece, you want to start again with your 1/2 inch score line, and all we need from here is the middle section. So I'm cutting at an angle, slightly at an angle, up to the score line, just the middle section, at an angle up to the score line. Now we're gonna be removing flaps bit by bit, so that it won't confuse you. You want to get rid of right side and left side now. So take your ruler and your knife, cut this bit off, and I will finish it with scissors. Okay, now the same to this bit, so that you're only left with middle section, like so. Next, you want to cut so that it's now lengthways. Your flap is a 1/2 inch flap. This one here is on your right hand side, and you're going to cut into this score line up to the middle section. Okay, up to the middle section. So like this. Do the same on the opposite side, up to the middle section, like so. Okay, so this is what we've got now, and I am going to tidy up later on. Next, you want to get rid of these flaps, so just cut them off. We don't need them. Cut one off and cut another one off. This is what you've got so far. Now you want to these two flaps, you want to miter them from both sides, exactly the same what we've done to these flaps. Again, we are going to slightly at an angle, not too much, miter these flaps. See? And then the other side. Now the same to opposite side. Slight miter. One. And another one. Okay. This is what you've got so far. And now, as you can see, I left this score line in here. I will get rid of that. I do not need it. Probably will do it from this side. It's easier for me. So just cut your score line out. You do not need this score line. Okay. Now it looks nice and neat. Go ahead and fold all your score lines. So this is what you're gonna end up with. And if we need to make any adjustments, we are going to make them as we go along. I clean up all the mess like this. All your score lines, fold and burnish. Bits like this. I just cut them off. Okay, so now we've got everything ready for our box. And you're gonna notice that on this piece over here, you're gonna have this flap that is exactly 1/2 inch, and another flap is gonna be slightly smaller. So the one which is slightly smaller, we are going to glue it. Okay. What else do we need to do? Let me think. Okay, so these flaps, the ones we mitered, these flaps, okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, I am going to take about 1/4 inch of the length. It will make our life so much easier. So just about 1/4 inch, cut it a little bit shorter. The flaps that we mitered, about 1/4 inch, like so. And this piece as well, 1/4 inch from one side, one flap, and 1/4 inch from the other side on the other flap, like so. That's our main prep is done, and I've lost the cap. Don't like when it happens like this. There it is. Okay, I don't need this anymore, I don't think, anyway. If we do, we can always take it back. Now make a note which one is the shortest flap. This one. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of pencil mark so that I know that I'm gonna have to glue this side. And I didn't fold on this score line, like so. Okay, so to assemble our box, we need to put it together first, and I will take my beautiful embellishments away. You can use either tape or your glue. So going to glue these two pieces together first. I'm using my art glitter glue because it dries very quick. So just apply glue to the flap and then place your other piece on top. Make sure it's all straight. Do not go over your score line. And these two are glued together. Now burnish it. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Next, you want to fold it and take this flap over here. Put some glue on this flap. Like so. And fold this bit over. It should fall on itself perfectly. And as you can see, We didn't go over our score line. Burnish the box. Now this flap over here, the bottom bit I will glue because I do not need my box to open from both sides. I only need my box to open from one side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue my bottom bit. I'm going to put glue on my flaps. You don't need much. Glue the flaps together. Now make sure that your box is in the square position when you do that. And then I'm going to put some glue on this flap over here. I'm going to close it. So put your flap inside carefully. And now you can either use your hand or you can use your bone folder and just go inside and burnish it nicely so that it all sticks together. Also the bottom bit glues together like so, and your flap on inside. And now our box is only gonna open from the top. There we go. So the box is done. It was that easy, and obviously I have got already a box inside this cracker, but just to show you, because I've got another 2 crackers to decorate for myself. This is what you've got, a box, and it does go inside your cracker. There we go. So what I would do is I would decorate this box as well. You don't have to, but I would probably put just simple plain panels. And I also would take some the same ribbon that you've used on your crackers, something thin, okay? And while you are decorating the outside, let's say you're only gonna decorate 4 sides and the top, because that's all it needs. While you are decorating that, you would cut 2 pieces, one to go on one side, another one to go from the other side, glue them down to the box before you put your decorating panels on, so that when panels are gonna go on, you're not gonna see the ribbon, okay, on the box. And then when you've done these two, you can tie it, make a bow, and this way you're gonna have something to pull it. Actually, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I will cut 2 pieces of ribbon like so, and I will decorate it. I will decorate this box in my own time. You want to make sure where your opening is, and I will do these 2 ribbons. I will attach them to the sides. So all you need to do is double-sided tape. That's what I'm gonna use. A bit of double-sided tape like so. Cut it. And then we need another another bit of double-sided tape on the other bit, like so. It doesn't have to be perfect because you won't see it. Make sure you do burnish it, both. I'm going to attach it one to one side, somewhere in the middle, and then you're going to take another one, take your tape backing off, okay, make sure it's about even. Look, somewhere around here. Burnish it, burnish it, and now you want to tie a little bow, and this is going to be also your little, not a handle, but you know what I mean, to pull it out of the cracker. Okay, and now you're just gonna decorate this box over here, and you're good to go. There you go, inner box for your beautiful cracker. Leave me some comments below. What do you think about that? And if you like this video, please put thumbs up. It all helps. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. Everything helps, and I do appreciate all of you who are watching my videos. So thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, bye.